wherein we're going to be, balking it up a heckin' good time as usual. Last session, we had a wedding. And
Yay.
Thyri found out that her family is a smidge more complicated than first discovered, and as such, her bonds have shifted, or ideals. I forget, one of those things.
All of the above.
Yes, everything has shifted pointedly. I was so excited when you told me that they had already just recently changed in regards to stopping your family from doing bad things. It's like, yes, this only makes it more perfect.
You monster.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just sort of played into my hands. It was already gonna happen.
Good.
At first I thought, oh shit, a fight's gonna be on their hands, but they just, if that happens, they contingency out, and then I don't get to give you all, like, lots of fun hidden information, and that just makes the wedding a normal wedding. Who wants that shit?
We don't need normal.
Probably Thyri.
Always do the thing that makes the game most interesting. That's my motto.
Absolutely. Okay, then. And whilst this was all ongoing, there was a little bit of wedding prep and such. I believe you guys had essentially what came down to 7 days off and spent it doing downtime actions, or getting partway into downtime actions.
I made a dress.
You made a dress. You did make a dress. But what are your plans now?
Well,
That's
first
a
I'm
good
going to give
question.
my dress to Thyri, because she asked for it.
Thank you. So what does this dress look like?
I had not actually thought of it. I was going to give you the dress. What does Thyri usually wear?
Thyri usually just wears like a little robe over a tunic and skirt.
So very plain kind of clothing, I guess.
Yeah. Stuff that doesn't draw attention.
Paranoia.
I mean, it's justified paranoia.
Yeah.
People are gonna be
This is true.
persecuting me. Well, maybe not anymore.
Yeah, no, they would be very foolish to do you a heck and persecute now. Because then you'd be able to get them a heck and execute.
Oh, it's probably something like this. Or it's something simple. Simple, but still kind of dressed.
Oh, that's adorable. Thyri will wear it proudly.
It's a very basic kind of dress.
Yes, it's probably not quite as well constructed, because this was literally you just rolling a raw skill that you do not have.
I rolled a 15.
You did roll a 15, but it was a 15 on a skill that you still don't have. It just means that you didn't fuck it up, but you don't have the knowledge necessary to, like, embroider things neatly or, like, do
I will
banding
get better
properly.
so I can
You
make a
will.
nicer dress.
You will be able to do so.
So I have to learn how to make stone statues. How to make stone statues. I have so many things I must do. Many things I must learn.
Indeed.
We also, speaking of learning things, found out that Anna was nannied by my mother, apparently.
Before she was crazy.
Yeah, and she's best friends with your sister as well.
Oh man, I had a chance to ask what the fuck happened to Anna. God damn it.
Yeah,
And you didn't. You did not.
You did not ask.
And now we'll never know.
At least not until next time I talk to my mom.
Yeah. Although here is a thing that didn't get to come up, and I'm kind of sad that it didn't. In this new age, the first recorded act of necromancy was actually the case of an unlikely love from a demonic entity, wherein Thyri's father, the daemon, gave of himself to restore the human mother. Bam. That's where this setting's evil magic, this setting's big bad came from. An act of love.
Also, that just reveals to everybody that my pappy was a demon, but yeah.
I mean, she did basically say as much.
I mean, yeah, but...
In earshot of, like, 2 listening-in characters.
Yeah, but one of those people was Anna, so that doesn't count.
That's true.
Don't worry,
Yes, she
your
did.
family business.
Yeah, she did reveal her demonic horns at a point, and made a clear point of it. But yeah, I was fucking just so happy that it all sort of fell together like it did. But in a way, sad that like indeed some questions weren't addressed. And I was like, little things prepped for those. Oh well, I could make Thyri feel worse. It's a shame.
Don't worry. We can only go down from here.
This is true. It's true. And yes, Jeanette did a bunch of yelling at a book, which was pretty great. Because the longer she tries to ignore the crazy, the more insistent the crazy gets. I mean, you have to bear it with explosives so that if the more men try and get it, then it blows up, and it will kill all the more men, prove that they exist, and protect the book from the hands of evil.
I didn't remember about the moment till too late, though.
This is true, but I mean, you put explosives there, so your crazy savant brain already knew that it was performing anti-mole man countermeasures.
I mean, fair.
I see that one of your family have a sproglet around again.
Not for long. They're leaving.
Oh, okay. Not just because you're gonna like cram it in a cupboard somewhere.
I mean,
Not for long.
I may have gazed longfully at a shovel.
One day, you and me, Shovely, we're gonna fix this rotten world.
Jesus.
Uh,
Anyway.
just stick googly eyes on it.
I mean, you should. I feel like a lot of like home implements are improved by the judicious application of googly eyes.
Well,
Googly
the
eyes
other
just
day
make
when
everything better.
Kinathis was talking about a rake, I thought he meant a leaf rake, and I just imagined a leaf rake with googly eyes just staring at him because he said there was a rake.
Just always fucking watching. Yes, I believe that another week of downtime was what you had decided on in the end. So I guess the question comes down to how you guys want to spend this extra week. I imagine Thyri wants some quality time with her husbando.
Yes. That will be my downtime, is snoo.
Getting downtime. Yeah, let's see. Maybe he will take you somewhere.
Ooh. Carry me off in your arms, big strong Jarl, so that I may smite your enemies.
I think what he's actually going to do is, after taking you down to the keep, he's going to have a couple of his men pull out something quite pleasant. It is a large lake boat.
Ooh.
It looks like it's got like a provisions hold and sleeping space for a few people, and then that they could stay on this lake boat for indeed an entire week, if so wished.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, the lake is, the warmest part of this land. It's probably, apart from, being indoors, the nicest place one could go take a break is out on the lake.
Well,
How nice.
not gonna say no to that.
Excellent. Is there anything you want to take with you for what is essentially going to be, a week out on a boat?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm not taking, which is Astra.
Yeah, no, Astra doesn't want to be trapped on a boat while you two do Smash.
Yeah, so, let's see. I guess probably a whole lot of nothing. Maybe just take my broom just in case the boat springs a leak. That can get us out of there. But
Oh god, just imagining the Jarl having to sit bitch seat while you fly a magic broom away from the sinking boat. Come on, you're riding bitch.
oh dear.
Yeah. Alright, so Viv is training in weaving.
Yeah.
Thyri is training in knots.
Yep.
I mean, by this point, she has knot proficiency.
I'm gonna just put that down on my character sheet. It's not.
And
Rock and
I
roll.
will generate glitter. What do I roll for how much glitter I get back for mischiefs?
Let's see how successfully you mischief. Who are your mischiefing targets?
I mean, Mom's real busy right now, so...
I'll keep a visit down to Maker's
yeah.
Rest.
Wait,
no,
wrong
not all the way
character.
down there.
Wrong
No.
character. Astra, bad dog.
I mean, Astra's also proficient in. Well, no, wait.
Just
Cynthia's
give
Cynthia's a girl.
Yeah.
Astra's proficient in the
proficient
other
in
side of that.
giving knotting.
Well, looks like I need to add another proficiency onto mine then.
I mean, surely it's more of a tool proficiency than anything.
Alright, hold on.
Or that you could make another language proficiency that is sweet love.
Oh, you should totally mischief Anna and just baffle her with fairy antics.
Mm.
Okay, well,
Done.
Nice.
Nice.
I gave myself expertise.
This is true. You've had plenty of time. All right, excellent. Skilled in some smash. Yeah, you could go around and do a hecking ferrying at Anna. Can you give me a charisma test? Although it's with disadvantage, because trying to prank a crazy person is not actually that easy. Because the
But
grasp on
I'm a-
reality is tenuous at best.
But so is hers.
So that doesn't change the fact that it's like you
Ah.
put two crazy people in the room and they're just going to be crazy. It doesn't. They don't have a savant
Fine.
meeting of the minds.
You suck.
Wait, did you use charisma, Savin?
Yes.
I put down Constitution.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can body your way through knotting as well. Some people have a body for it, and some people just happen to have, asshole control.
Some people just know how to do it after doing it so many times,
I mean, I can
Yeah.
make it charisma.
It can be whatever you'd like.
You just gotta ring like a cigar cutter by this point.
At which point I
Wow.
made the same roll as,
Aww.
or I made the same result as Thyri then.
Well, at least I didn't use my advantage on that. That's what took so long to do the roll for.
Nice. You can get
Inspiration,
back.
I mean.
You can get back 2d3 glitter. True. And also, I mean, Titian would probably appreciate the fact that one of the things that people do on lakes for food is to fish for food. Titian could deal with some hecky fish. Yeah, yes. Susha collects 3 whole glitters. Now, Astra can also do things like take downtime actions. Is there anything she wants to do while, her mum is busy on it for a week?
Well, I'll tell you what. Astra can cast spells now.
Correct.
So I'm going to ask, how long would it take her to enchant some armor? Just say +1 studded leather.
Doesn't she need training in alchemy tools or something?
I don't know. Thyri didn't, and she makes stuff.
You had assistance on it, but it means it came to an 8 anyway. Yeah.
Ah, I forgot about guidance. So well.
This is true. You could have thrown some guidance at it and turned it into a slightly higher. But regardless, 2d3 glitters are required. And, alright, so Astra has never really done enchanting before. Like, ever.
Nope.
And Jeanette is currently busy doing enchanting of her own. That said, if you want to do a test first, Astra can do her enchanting in the same locale and see if she can pick stuff up. She has the means to perform magic, and she has the means to learn things. Let's see here. Can you give me an Arcana skill test, please?
I sure can. Fuck yeah, Astra!
Yeah.
Goddamn
Yeah.
genius pupper.
Yeah, fuck. Okay then. Yeah, Astra is going to be able to do this. It will take her a week to perform an enchantment. What kind of bits and pieces are you using?
Let's see. I am, and by I mean Astra is going to steal from Mom.
Okay.
Just sneak into her room and take a one of the pouches of prepared reagent materials that Thyri's been hanging on to. Specifically, a pouch of residium equal to 1 + 1 armor.
Excellent. Yeah, then you can certainly use it like that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And this is Viv is trying to learn weaving, right? She isn't already trained.
I actually just misclicked that.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, yeah, that would have been pretty bad. That would have been like, ruin whatever it is that you're working on. But you aren't proficient yet, so you can't be doing that anyway. You're just spending your time learning. And yeah,
Just putting out
Astra can
I still need another
plus 1
week.
armor. Indeed.
I said Taylor's tools last time, then I re-looked at the sheet, it's Weaver's tools.
Yep. This is basket weaving.
Taylor better, though.
Basket weaving badge. Hooray, Astra! You did it! Dex popper.
Yeah, boy. Almost as much AC as here I did at level 20.
Yeah, and does Astra have Jason's sword?
No, we gave that to Henry, I believe. Cause...
No, we didn't.
Oh, we did?
No.
Oh.
Because persuading Henry to use a sword that injures him when he swings it is a little bit
right.
difficult.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take it, but I need to take it to someone who can turn it into a short sword or something, because my strength is negative. Well, actually, Astra's strength is
her
0.
strength is flat, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So many
Wow,
character
okay.
sheets.
Let's have a look here at characters. Let's go to the deceased section. Jason. Alright. I will add it in for you since I can do it one-to-one if you would like.
Sure.
Let us see here. Magic bonus was 2. Yeah, and getting it changed into a short sword is that's very, very expensive because you want to do so without changing any of the forged enchantments or breaking it or any of that stuff. So that would be a little bit out of your purview, but something you could probably do, later if you had I think it's 1,000 gold to throw around.
Fuck. Yeah,
It's a
I
level
think
2. It's a +2 longsword.
yeah. Between Astra and Thyri, we have 25 gold.
Yeah, no, you do not have the money to do it. It is a +2 magical weapon. It will cost 1,000 gold to get it reforged without damaging it.
You know what? Here's a question. Does the Jarl have a magic sword?
Does the Jarl have a magic sword? Huh. I mean, he has a magic two-handed axe.
Well, I mean, Siri certainly thinks so.
Well, no, that's his magic spear.
Magic two-handed axe. It's his love hammer.
The hammer is my penis.
The hammer is my dick. Alright, let's see here. So, it is long sword +2, and I'll drag that across to start it up. Long sword. Dude.
Lang sword.
And then we change it to Storm Child Longsword. And then we go into here and do some changes. 1d8, 1d10. Slashing. Damage to 26 plus 11. Fuck. Well, it's a good test swing. Good job, Astra.
Fucking max damage.
It did more damage to her magically than it would have done to the target, but, whatever. So yeah, she gives it a fucking hecking good swing.
Whew, baby. That's, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage to them and 4 to her. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Does the 2d4 get doubled too?
It would do, yes. It's harder to set that up in a crit threshold, though. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't add a damage tick 3. That would be too useful.
Would the damage inflicted on the self also be doubled?
Yeah.
Haha, wow.
Yeah, no, you double all the dice that happen.
You do.
So, yeah. So let's see here.
3d4.
She then does a further 7 and then another 3 to herself. So, I mean, it became, what, 38 damage. Sorry, 28 damage and 7 to herself.
Yep. That's many damage. The target dummy just gets obliterated.
Boom. And then, yeah, her hands sting and her fingernails bleed a little bit.
I thought it was just a headache.
It is, but I mean, she critted.
Oh.
It's more the target dummy exploding than, the magical damage it's dealing to her. Grins proudly, nosebleeds. Ah!
Speaking of which, upon marriage in Clans of the North, does Astra and Thyri's surname change at all? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, you can certainly take Bulgurf as a surname.
Isn't that his first name?
It is his first name, but you can't take a surname until he stops being a Jarl. And then he becomes, Salgrafson.
So, when he stops being a Jarl, I'd be Thyri Sorrelf's son, effectively.
Yes. Of course, there is nothing stopping you from keeping your old family name.
No. Okay. I'll just hang on to it until he stops being a Jarl.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Astra Therisdottir can also, become Astra Bulgraf's daughter.
I think she will do that.
Yep. Thyri Yarlington. Thyri Jarlstein.
I was about to say, it's better than Thyri Jarlsho.
Don't play me like that, she's just a sad hoe. Bjork. Okay, excellent. Nice. Roo. Very cool. Alright then. And yeah, was anyone else spending their week doing things? Anna, do you have a week of downtime?
I'm gonna try learning stone carving, or at least put some time into learning stone carving.
Sure thing. You have someone proficient teaching you?
Yes.
You did buy a slave after all? I mean, a friend, even, quote unquote.
Yes. I bought a best friend.
Let's see here. The stoneworker is Mal. Let's see here. Mal is a very good teacher, it would seem. With a 23. So yeah, you'll be able to learn at the normal being taught rate. Even though he's not a teacher, he is proficient and knows what he is doing.
And it takes how long to learn a skill proficiency? 10 weeks?
Tool proficiencies are lower than that.
Oh. Tool proficiency.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 weeks to do tool
It is 3 weeks.
Yep. So you are 1 week out of 3. I won't have to
1/3 of the
rerun
way. Hooray!
Hooray!
I will make the best stone carvings.
it. Yep.
I will make the best statues.
Man, fucking chat's just spitting mad fire. And yeah, she bought 2, but the other one doesn't know stone carving.
Is there any time to do some wood carving with Ash? Just spend some time with her?
Yeah, sure. Nothing's stopping you from doing so. What do you want to try and create?
What to craft with Ash? Oh, I know. I want to make a kind of I want to make a medallion, like a really nice, with some really nice wooden medallion symbol.
Sure. Ash is curious at the choice, but will happily create as well. She doesn't do particularly great, so she will not be able to work very quickly on it. A wooden strap-on for Thyri. Oh no, no one wants splinters. Wait, no, yeah, of course, you just do shit with advantage with her around, so yeah. Oh, of course. Alright, yeah. So yeah, this is 27. Of course it is. So what would you like this medallion to look like?
This from the medallion is going to be for Rhea.
Okay.
Well, Thyri. Well,
Thyri.
So it's actually it was going to be like some kind of like it's going to end. What it's going to end result is going to be some kind of like a very like kind of eldritchy, like holy symbol almost kind of design.
Okay. Let's see here. How about we do that and a vision check and see if your Meet the Pyrovision turns up something ridiculous.
What I always keep roll. That's the one I always roll like weird.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. No, your brain is intact at the very least. And so you are able to produce the medallion as intended. And yeah, you can perform what is the equivalency of an Eldritch Holy Symbol.
Yay!
As you're going,
Very
part of it,
pretty.
yeah, as you're going, like, the imagery itself seems to come to you.
It's got tentacles on it, and it's got little little symbols running through on all the little tentacles.
Yeah,
Very fine work.
indeed. It seems like the tentacles are wrapping around a candle. And as opposed to putting the candle out, it seems to be making the flame of it to glow brighter. Of course, you can't apply color to this, but just looking at it, you're like, that isn't a normal candle color. It's hard to say what it is, though. As you, turn it away from yourself and turn it back, you'd swear that their tentacles move just a little bit, but the longer you stare at it, the stiller they seem to be. But every time you look away from it and then look back, it just seems as though it must have moved, even though it doesn't look like it at all.
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
That's wonderful.
That's our Anna. Just a font for the weird.
Yeah, she just makes the cutest little eldritch abominations.
Yes, I do.
Indeed, she fucking births them. That was a fun thing to discover.
I thought that
One
was
day
just... never mind.
Wow.
Never mind.
Yeah. You've no fucking idea.
I've no idea. I don't want
I suppose birth is a big air quotes.
Okay.
But who knows? It's just like then a tentacle falls off and then wraps itself up and then becomes an eldritch sprite. And you're like, I knew it. Mummy, I married a Cthulhu.
Mommy, I married. It's funny.
Honey, I awoke the deep ones.
Honey, I shrunk the soul. All right then. But yes, a week will pass in pleasant peace, such as it were. The Jarl is away on what is effectively his honeymoon out on the lake. There's like, the little tiny villages off to the edges of the lake. They swear like new rumors crop up of howling beasts across the waters. You hear it in the dead of night, like a whisper on the wind.
Excellent.
No, it's not The Witcher because the citizens don't all sound like fucking peasants, my lord. Oh no. Sister got done impregnated by a wolf, my lord, and she birthed this stringer. You can't use that word. Fucking fantasy Europe.
Oh, God.
Look, everyone knows that to be true. That's like that is every peasant's voice in that fucking game.
It's true.
Alright then. But yeah, Ariane, the Jarl's niece, is essentially running the place in the Jarl's absence. At which point she will complain loudly on realizing that he's managed to like duck a bunch of the more boring duties.
As usual.
Yep. Running around the place as a bork. I mean, she totally does at least at 1 or 2 points, like fucking just wolf it up and just go for a goddamn run, just because she can.
Gotta work off all that extra energy.
Yeah. Does she have... Oh, I mean, she's fucking an expert at catching her own tail. She's a specialist. But yeah, she does a little bit of hunting, which she is quite delighted with.
Oh man, can Asher go with her? They can be Borklings together.
Well, I mean, Ariane's more like turning into a giant wolf, but Astra can still totally come along.
Asher's a great hunter. She is master of the longbow.
It is true. She is a low-level character with a longbow, which means that she is the most reliable killing machine in your party, just because that's how they seem to work.
Saoirse will also turn into a wolf and help.
Oh man, the Lobi wolf pack.
Fuck yeah.
Because she is, in fact, a druid.
A druid, yeah. No one has yet
find
ever
some
seen
nice
Saoirse
face.
like just fucking transform into stuff apart from to perform shenanigans. But yes, she can indeed turn into a wolf and is a very proficient hunter when she does so.
How big of a wolf can she be?
I don't think she's high enough level to be a dire wolf. I think she can just be a regular wolf.
But a regular wolf is also a lot larger than a Saoirse.
What if...
She-
Alright, and stick
Only
with
level
me here.
5.
What if Asher gets some, like, snow skis and gets you a harness, and then you can, like, drag her around while I shoot for the longbow? We will be the best hunters.
I very much doubt that Saoirse would have anything wrong with this. Sounds like fun.
Alright, why doesn't Jeanette, just like, in the middle of your, enchanting, there's just like a tap on your shoulder, and Saoirse has been
Enchantment.
informed of an amazing idea. And yeah, give me a craft to just put together some kind of crazy shooting harness.
Okay. I don't really do leatherworking, but let's see. Like my two things I always use are my alchemist kit and my arcanas. I don't know what to do. Do you just want me to use my alchemist kit again?
That's a good point. Like, this is not actually your purview. I mean, let's see here. Use your alchemist kit for now. It has to be quite a high roll. We'll just say that you're essentially doing arcanism more than you're doing alchemy.
Well, you know. Hey, but wait, no.
Guidance. Guided.
I'm not sure if guides will work.
No.
Doesn't matter.
I guess you to 17, but it also doesn't really get you to 17. It gets you to, let's see here, 12? I mean, it's good enough for something impromptu. She'll have disadvantage on anything she tries to shoot from this kind of weird snow ski harness that Jeanette helps hook up.
It's fine.
Why
I'm
do
an
I have
amazing
12?
marksman.
Because I took points off because you're an alchemist, not an arcanist.
You should have asked Anna. She's weirdly good at that.
It's true.
it's
Just
fine.
like, can I do a random check? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, disadvantage don't matter. She's a low-level character with a bow.
Yeah, now I just need to find stuff.
It's alright, that's what the wolf is for.
Yep.
And, like, Saoirse has a very high survival check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we just use Astra and Saoirse to flesh things out, and then Cynthia and Ariane can chase them down.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, you have a fucking excellent time. You go hunting and you catch some foods. While you're out there, I suppose you do see the odd occasional thing that doesn't make as much sense. Look at you, Rue. Rue's so powerful. Such strong, mighty Rues. You hit maximum overbork.
Maximum overboard.
Oh no! You borked 3 times.
Imprisoned for borking. Yes, while you're out there, you do find some odd things. They're like little shrines. Can't stop barking. Bork's gonna eat me. Yeah, all the ruse. But yes, yeah, you find bunch of like what appear to be very small shrines out there whilst you're all adventuring. I imagine with I believe it's Sircha's the highest of the survival skills, is probably the first to notice it. Although you've got an Astra strapped to you, so she gets to notice it quite quickly.
Alright. What are these shrines of?
You have to give me a religion. Any of you?
I suggest Seer should do it.
That image may be precisely what Saoirse does when she sees a strange new thing. Okay, religion. Okay. Is someone helping her?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? We got 4 of us.
Good. Prepare for this mighty roll, because it's me. See? Mighty.
Yeah,
pretty
not
good.
fucking bad. Alright. These appear to be... Well, at first glance you would think, oh, these are little tam shrines. Obviously they're out in the, the middle of the wilderness. And they haven't been, like, desecrated by random animals, so you'd think, oh, there must be some kind of tam shrine. Except for the fact there's no druid circle in this area, so it's kind of weird, for one, that there is just a random fucking tam shrine. And it's even weirder when you realize that there are more of them dotted out there, like you're able to find little tracks. And your exploration, you don't appear to be following, like, humanoid feet from any of these tracks, like you're able to go from bit to bit. And they're very hoofy hoof-like. And you realize there's something different about each of these tam shrines, and that they appear to be just very, like, let's see here. I imagine with Cynthia's help, like, the realization is that these are a very old style of tam shrine, although they've been very recently put up. Like, old druid shit. Now, old druid shit is, like, beyond the trees of the north. Like, it's pagan level.
Oh my.
Yeah, there appear to be, like, some kind of pagan-grade druids out here, and between each of these tiny shrines appears to be the tracks of a hoofed being.
Could that be some sort of great beast?
Give me a survival check with advantage from Saoirse. Let's see.
Sure. Let's not roll Thyri's character sheet. Let's roll this character sheet. Boom! Mighty.
And could be. Who knows? What even is the best animal a 5th level druid can turn into? That's a good question, I suppose.
Not a very good one. Let me tell you.
I like how one of the things they restrict is flying creatures, because they don't want you to have a fly speed, but she's a fairy.
Yep.
Gotta go to my other goddamn D&D Beyond account.
They also don't want you to have a swim speed before a certain level, but I think that's just to eliminate snakes from the list.
Snakes.
Snake?
Snake.
Snake?
God damn it. Going memes.
Okay. Max CR is half level, I think. Or something like that. Max CR is half. What? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter, I'm still a wolf. I was just wondering.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you discover these. Do you want to try, like, following these kinds of tracks then and finding out where they lead to?
I mean, Saoirse does, but Saoirse is also a font of great ideas.
And Astra is painfully curious.
Indeed.
We gotta go find them, man. We found these things. We need to follow it through.
Yeah, Ariane, on the other hand, will, like, shift up to hybrid form and, tell you guys that doesn't seem like the smartest idea. For the sole reason that it goes deeper out into where there's actually, like, snows and wastes, like this direction here.
Well, the real question is... Yep, let's go.
Let's see here. Ariane, what do you fucking think?
Aww.
Likewise,
Aw.
we're like, no, that is a bad idea.
But tiny are lesser, I wanna.
We can prepare and then
Oh,
come
wait,
back and go do it more. Even better.
Wait, I'm a wolf, I can't talk. Never mind. Bork,
Just
bork, 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 bork.
like, don't you balk at me.
I make sad
Or you.
sounds.
Petulant, childish
Or you.
borking.
She'll like look to all of you and then give you like her best impression of mum voice. Like, nope, we're going back to the Overland Keep. If you want to go out looking after it, then fetch more of your companions at least. And, I can't really leave the keep because if anything happens, I'm the only one there. Or, wait for a couple of days. Our family will be back soon. Presumably. I don't think anything bad will happen to them out on that lake.
Meanwhile, on the lake, boat is on fire.
The
Yeah,
lake's on
friction fire.
From friction, yes. No unsupervised adventuring. Yeah, that's exactly it.
You're too young to be soloing quests.
Your CR is a little bit low here. Yeah, Ariana herself is although she's catching up in levels because all she's been doing in all the time you've been gone is just hard training, she's not close enough. Her level adjustment goes up by 3, but also she came out here to hunt as a Bork. She does not actually have any weapons or gear with her.
I guess we can wait before going to adventure.
Thank you. Try a persuade check, I suppose?
No,
Against Ariana?
Astra's just being whiny.
Okay. Alright, she already didn't rue high enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ariana at the same time is probably seen as an older sibling, like an older cousin because fucking
Yeah,
obviously
she
she was
is,
there
in
while
fact,
you were.
an older cousin.
She was by like many a year and was also, training and getting better during, what was essentially Astra's formative weeks.
Yes. I think Astra respects her cousin.
Yeah. And so then she will shift down to a big Bork and head you all back off to the keep.
All right.
Yes. And when she arrives, I mean, you could take at least, at least one, like, high-level companion with you. It's like, what's Viv up to? And she's just, like, stabbing herself in the fingers with sewing needles. Would you like a break to go do adventuring?
Yes.
Awesome.
How's that bus tour, by the way? Is it end of the week?
Who knows?
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's
You
see
said
here.
I have a week to finish it, so
Yeah, you
doing
will
that.
be done with it at the end of it. So it is, 2 days away from done by this point?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What would Saoirse be to Astra then?
They
Best
probably
friend,
treat
mischief partner?
themselves as cousins since it's, anti-Thyri.
Yeah,
and
although then again, they've been
anti-Jeanette.
in they have sort of been in threesomes together. Not that I imagine it stops some people, but
I mean, yeah, we are in, ye olden times.
yeah,
And I mean, there is just a whole heck of a lot of difference between a very large Borker and a very small fairy. So
this is true. I suppose it probably doesn't feel as wincestual.
Also, they weren't really touching. They had a giant salamander between them.
This is
It was
true,
more
yeah.
like being, the twins in the, twin fantasy. Only not at all looking alike.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not incest if the junk don't touch.
Exactly.
Aw, I just realized Sisha's too small to Eiffel Tower. Oh well. She can't give you a high five.
It's
She's
okay.
too small.
Astra can just cast Mage Hand. Actually, no, she can't. I don't think she has that spell. Nope.
No. You gotta be careful with your cantrip economy when you're an Eldritch Knight.
Yep. But I can do this. Mischief!
It's true.
Oh god.
That's such a big
Nice.
spell card.
It
For
is.
such a tiny cantrip.
For such a low level cantrip. Yeah, like it's like you just make footstools and then they just go thump and step through it and hit the head and stuff. Oh, fuck. But yeah, okay then. So I suppose it is down to Cynthia and Astra to fetch more companions. There is in town a Viv and a Jeanette. There is also an Anna.
Who should we get to go adventuring with us? Maybe we should grab all of them. All of them? Yeah, all of them sounds like a good idea. Maybe all of them. Maybe not all of them.
Your party before venturing forth.
Yeah, if it's the end of downtime, then just get everybody.
It's 2 days until downtime is done.
Get Anna and Viv. That way, all the players have a PC, and then
Yeah, that sounds fair.
yeah. Or no. Get Viv and Squiggles. Don't get Anna.
You just separate Anna away from her minder, and then you just come back and Overland Keep is on fire. Like, this building was made of stone!
Okay, right. Just bring Anna and Squiggles. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't want to see what happens if they're separate for too long.
Oh god. Okay, yeah. So, Lobby Adventures! This is the moment I've been dreaming of for years.
Does Astra get to play party leader even though the rest of the party's higher level?
I think Viv is party leader, or is Ariane coming with us?
Ariane is not. I mean, she is happy that you guys are adventuring, but she does still have to look after the keep.
Okay, then yeah,
It's sad. As much as she would like to go, she kind of has a duty.
No.
as
Okay, I guess
acting out.
Saoirse is the party leader now. Oh god.
Wait, what made me the party leader?
By being the sanest.
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all of us, yeah.
I'm going to give Saoirse a piggyback ride. She can ride on my shoulders.
Fairy poop. It's like pocket sand, but with glitter.
It's true. She just fucking just glitter everyone in the eyes and fly away. I'm the leader! Still staggering around blind as shit.
I mean, she certainly seems to think so, and if anyone thinks otherwise, that's what happens.
The fourth level Bork fighter, no less.
Alright, let's do this. Come on.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Borkling Adventures, go!
Alright. I'm not going to be Wolf Bobsled now, because it really limits what I can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should not be that.
Fair enough, fair enough.
As cool as it was.
I can't cast spells, guys.
That is generally a problem.
Hey, I got a
But
question.
you have pack tactics.
Yeah, but
Tactics.
Biting people is great.
Also healing word, thunder wave, flaming sphere, and call lightning.
I mean, look, I'm tanking
They
it.
were
I'm not
very
going to
good
dissuade you
reasons.
from healing me, but Bork.
Or, calling down lightning.
I mean, yeah, well, that's less interesting than.
It is less interesting than, I don't know, getting in some kind of hacking bite fight. I don't know.
Okay. What's the weather like outside?
You know what? That is a fantastic fucking question. You know who should answer that question?
The
Chad.
stream?
Abso-fucking-lutely. And so, stream, everyone watching right now gets to pick what the weather is. Haul you over to here. You will need to head towards the fallen tree, as that appeared to be like the destination of these like Eld-style Tam shrines.
Hmm.
And I have to check my fucking background for Big Tree. Oh my god, Big Tree has a fucking Jace on it. Jesus. Ain't that old. Now then, the weather options are perfectly normal, fucking pissing it down, and sleet storm. And now stream, pick, vote, say the things you want it to be. On the other hand, we'll grab player tokens so that I can hold them places. So, Saoirse and Squiggles. Astra, Snack, Cynthia, Viv. Control C. Control V. Hooray! I did grab everyone correctly. It's always nice when that works.
You have a lot of people in chat. And only like 3 people are talking.
I know. Let's see here.
That's
Sleet,
how that
sleet,
works.
rain, sleet, sleet, rain. Alright, looks like sleet to me.
It's almost like you're talking about every one of our chats.
Exactly.
It's like 4 people talking all the time.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh wow, we got a whole bunch of votes from people who are actually listening. Good job.
Alright.
What?
Good job, chat.
You did the thing.
No, you don't understand, Vad. I need it to be stormy out because then I can control the storm.
Shut up, Lanin.
Also, I love the idea that someone else said, then again, perfectly normal sounds like it's got something hidden in the works. I'm so fucking judged. It's like, no, perfectly normal weather. It's a trap. It's a trap, you guys. It's evil. Am I thought of so lowly? Then that's that.
Well, I mean, you did make rocks fall.
I did. I'll never live that one down. Nor do I
Probably
deserve
never.
to.
Nope.
Literally never.
I mean, I don't deserve to live that one down. I've become everything I should have hated. Yeah,
Monster.
also, what weather is it? Rocks. I didn't have that one as an option last time, but I'll keep it in mind. But okay, you are able to approach the tree and follow, but you're perhaps maybe like an hour and a half into the journey when you realize it's getting quite a bit darker than usual, and it's not because the day is short. It still is quite short in days because you're in the middle of like spring, I suppose. But it's certainly getting dark because the clouds are getting thick and heavy.
So thick.
Yes. So dense. Everything is just so full of detail in every image. So my favorite dumb little clips. It's so dense. But yes, you are eventually caught out by heavy, heavy sleet beginning to fall. First, it's, a tiny handful of snowflakes that then start to build up into, like, clumpy, like, almost wet, just essentially sleetfall. It is heavy and it is cold and it is very much obstructing. It doesn't cotton around you like snow. It can't really be brushed off because it's, it half melts against your clothing before it starts to get too cold and just becomes icy slush attached to your various furs and covers. Now, of course, this kind of weather is not anything that you're all strangers to, but it is unpleasant, and it will do things like hamper, like shooting at things, seeing things that are far away, running particularly hard through it has a small risk of slipping you over. Indeed, flying in it is not going to be a good idea because that is sleet not friends with wings. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, big, heavy, falling clumps of just like thick, half-melted slush, just ice. Yeah, you don't fly around in that. It's not good. But yeah. Can I get a survival check from Saoirse, please?
I will assist, because I am trained in that.
What's your survival?
1.
Getting a 7.
Oh, okay.
You want me to do it?
24.
Anna is also welcome to do so with squiggles.
28. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. You're all... Actually, go figure, you guys sort of took it to heart on. You know what? Survival's a very useful skill in this setting where the weather is a danger that will legitimately try to kill you frequently.
I miss having a survival check.
I'm a druid. If I didn't have at least a survival check or handle animal, I'd get slapped.
This is very true. You would be a pretty poor level druid otherwise. It'd be like, what the fuck is this? Do you put it all in nature? That just means you know what mushrooms are. You don't know how to do any druid shit.
You know the best mushrooms if you know that kind of
It's
thing.
true. If you get expertise in nature, you are very good at finding psychedelic shrooms.
You get very good at smelling the cosmos.
Oh, I do have a survival check. It's Henry. He's not here.
He's not here. I didn't want to bring lots of people because it is not a unless you try and
Oh,
make
man.
it so a high grade.
We should have brought Henry instead of Viv for maximum low-level bullshit.
Oh, yes.
Oh well.
Poor Viv. I mean, she needs the chance to catch up that last level. This could be her moment to like, oh, there we go. You know, in line with the party. But yes, you
But I
are
thought he
between the
already
lot.
was in line with the party.
You are, yeah, you already are. Just thematically, I suppose, bringing yourself in line with it, like your standout moment. Also, there's just a chance for me to give that Lobiastra another level and Saoirse another level, so they can get closer to the party.
Oh my god, next level's gonna be so good if I level up. Ugh.
But yeah, between your joint survival checks, you are able to follow this passage going from little shrine to little shrine. And as you do so, you realize this heavy falling sleet isn't really landing on the shrine itself.
It's just
Tell you
falling
what.
around the shrines.
Although I made a joke about how useless it usually is. Saoirse, would you like to make me a nature check, please?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was trying to remember what sign Saoirse was born under, and then I remembered that, hilariously enough, she was born under Python, which was like trickery.
Yep.
A nature and someone assisting? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I have a +5 in this. Wow.
Okay. And then, hang on. Can I?
Hey, you made
I
it
beat
15. Okay, then. This is something that you know of that works. It is not a concentration spell so much as it is a ritual that essentially keeps all of these shrines safe. They're obviously meant to do something. They have to be regularly maintained to keep them safe and also to keep them doing whatever it is that they're doing. On that point, you don't really know what their objective is. But again, you're able to move on from this shrine to the next. There are still, although they are getting very quickly covered by sleet, those tracks were then, followed by big old beefy wolfers. So at least for the next few shrines, you're able to follow it. And you can see that their direction in general is the Great Dead Tree.
Ooh.
The great dead tree.
And I need to do a little bit of icon hunting. Let's see here. We'll grab you, and grab. You. Excellent.
Hey, I was
And-
reading up on your thing because it's new.
This is true. It's new and exciting. But yeah, eventually you reach the outskirts of this giant tree. I'm going to pull you into this here. You can organize your actual what you would have been traveling in, but you can see three figures even as you reach the end of it. They appear to be all sitting around a fire.
It's Mauricial and the Necromancer.
I know, right? I was just like, I recognize these tokens.
Oh, dear.
Necromancer. It's time for a hurting for a purging.
Snack.
Good old Snake. It's good Snake.
Yeah, Snack is the best snack.
You're a good snack. Here's a campfire. Let's see here. No, not 60 dimension radius cone of fire. Here we go. Nice one fire pit for them. And yes, they are all sat around, sat in various conditions, eating around this fire and drinking. The sleet appears to be, passing over them, I suppose is the best way to put it. And indeed, they would appear to be the origins of all these hoofy hoof prints that you have come across.
Hoofers.
Hi there.
You're going to have to get a lot closer to be heard throughout the sleet with a cheerful hello. But yes, they notice you as you all approach, and a few of them go for various staves. One of them picks up a bow as you approach.
I fly up and say, "Hi." Oh well, I kind of fly from over here.
Sure, but I mean more into the flying thing.
Oh, right. From Astra's shoulder, I will call out greetings in Druidic.
They will look between each other and the one wielding the staff, the darker skinned of these forms. You speak the tongue of the trees and the old, and she does the same. It's a dialect that I don't think you would have heard before. It's an old dialect of Druidic, although enough of the words are in common that it doesn't prevent you from talking.
Okay. Yeah. Saoirse just knows Druidic from what she heard in her head.
Yep, indeed. But you heard Druidic as recently spoken. This is Druidic as if literally they were speaking Druidic and cramming in the ye oldies.
The
Okay.
nine and doon.
Yeah, Vivangu. To be fair, I just love the fact, and also I'm saddened by the fact that the ye in ye oldie was actually pronounced the, because that Y with a squiggle on it was the international was the language symbol of th.
Aw, come on. It's more fun to say ye oldie, though.
It is, but it would also have been really nice just speaking from an entirely language point, especially considering the English language is fucking terrible, to have a word that represented that, so that, you know, our pronunciation made more sense.
Your kind were the ones that spread it all over God's green earth.
This is true.
Goddamn
We just
Brits.
Alright.
adopted it. We didn't make it.
What brings you here to our home?
We're just exploring the standing stones.
You have seen our shrines. Do they still stand? The sleet is the heaviest it has been since their raising.
There's all over the place. There's so many of them.
You don't understand this.
Sadly, that one
Oh
is
my
not
god,
correct.
Oh,
because
that's right.
I actually understand Druidic.
Oh no, that would be real fun. Can you roll me a d20? If you get a crit for some reason, you know what the fuck they're talking about.
Oh god.
Oh my
okay.
God.
No.
Okay, no, you
Oh,
have no fucking
man.
idea. They're
Okay,
speaking
I-
free.
They're speaking in tree.
speaking
Okay, I have no
treacle.
idea what you're talking about then.
Speaking tree.
I am looking
Amazing.
very interested and listening.
Nodding,
but I have no
nodding
idea.
sagely at like
Yes.
lulls in conversation.
Exactly.
Fair. But okay. They will probably switch to common for the sake of being able to be heard. What brings you here?
Well, exploring this and that. Saw something interesting. Might as well come see what it was.
She'll squint and insight you, but I already know that there is zero fucking duplicity in this statement. They'll share a look at that. Very well. Well, and now you know we're here. Surely then there's, no need. You can be off on your way again, I'm sure.
But I'd never meet anyone who could speak this language.
Well, it is a very rare language.
I think the last time I was able to talk to someone like this was like right after I was born.
That is how it treats some, especially the Fae. It is a pleasure to meet you, little one.
Is it, it's daytime, right?
Yes, it is daytime, although it's a little bit dim of lighting because, shitty storm.
So, why do you have all the stones hooked up? Is it for some, druidic magics? Real good at magic.
They are for druidic works, yes, although we would rather not talk about them. She'll pause, and one of the sisters will lean across the fire to whisper in her ear. And she'll frown for a moment before sighing. The weather is terrible, I suppose. Would you like to join us for drinks, perhaps?
They're
Ooh,
speaking in
That'd be
common.
lovely.
Yes.
Saoirse
Ooh,
is
drinks.
still talking in druidic.
Yep, they start passing over wine jugs.
I will give the first step to Sneck.
Sure. Snack will do a tongue dip. Lem. I don't know, snakes aren't really known for their wine drinking capabilities. Snack will look at Astra confused, I don't know why you wanted me to do that, but sure. It's certainly a beverage.
I forget. Is Snake a familiar?
Yes,
Yeah.
Sneck.
Okay.
Sneck is Sneck. And what
Sneck
Sneck
is a
doesn't
Sneck.
need to know is that Astra's using him as a poison tester.
True, although admittedly using a poisonous creature as a poison tester is a bad way to get yourself poisoned.
I mean, look, he's not immune to other people's poisons.
It's true. Sneck is not. And Sneck is a level 1 creature and would probably fail any poison checks.
Yep, and then die immediately with his 1 hit point.
Yep. Well, it depends what kind of stat it damages. If it damages a physical stat, he dies immediately, sure.
It's still sleeting out, right?
Yeah. Sure. The jugs that they are passing around appear to be like, I suppose, just like wooden, but you know, in that look of molded smooth wood, like it's grown. You can't see grains in it at all.
Ooh.
Looks like it's been wood shaped.
It's very pretty. Very pretty. I like the working on it.
Oh, why, thank you. We grow them ourselves. Indeed, we grow the alcohol too. Kind of a specialty of ours.
Ooh. I'm gonna drink that alcohol. It's gonna be great.
Go for it. Can
right.
you please give me a Constitution save?
I knew it. 22.
You feel a tingly goodness. It is delicious.
Excellent.
Viv, you feel a tingly goodness. It is delicious.
Someone that one.
Alright, hold on. Let me just prepare myself.
Cynthia.
Close enough.
No.
Oh my god, another fucking huge roll. There's an Anna, there's a tinkle. It is delicious.
Yummy.
Snake nat once dies.
No, Snake is fine. Snake consumed a very tiny amount and does not have the same requirements. And let's see one from Astra.
Astra's not drinking it until she sees if Sneck dies or not.
You know, Snake doesn't die. It
Alright.
informs you that it is wine and tastes like wine.
Okay.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Yeah!
Oh my god, so you all fucking just crush this check. Except for Cynthia, who goes into heat.
Oh my god, it's
Oh my.
flan wine.
Oh my.
Of course it is.
Gonna take care of this
So
later.
everyone else has just sort of sat drinking like, oh, this is really quite nice. Cynthia just goes, oh, fuck, there's a lake in my panties. Yeah, everyone with a sensitive sniffer.
Which is basically just Astra.
This is true.
Later on, you're gonna needs to be taken care of.
You can't choose to fail to save.
You don't know what it does.
Yeah, no. Just to you guys, it's just like, oh, it's a really, really pleasant rush. It's nice. It's warming. Very warming. And then someone else will go, yeah, it feels real warm. Oh, shit. You get the vapors.
Oh boy.
But yes, they will.
Just grabs Astra's junk like immediately.
Soon. This
Yeah, no, yeah. The
needs-
rest of them seem quite surprised and if anything, just amused that you're all like dealing with it quite well. Except for Cynthia, who looks like she's having an "I'll have what she's having" moment.
Astra has never smelled anything so good before.
Very true.
Don't worry. Later you get to taste it as well.
Oh my.
Lewd.
Too lewd.
Yes, Cynthia, I'm afraid, is a little bit too distracted to produce any kind of like questioning conversation from these ladies. But the rest of you are certainly welcome to give it a go.
Are you sure you can't tell me a little bit about the magic? We can do it in the secret tongue. No one will know. I'm talking in it right now.
The chocolate skinned one will nod slightly. I suppose I can tell you some of it, yes. You see this tree here, and she will like wave over her shoulder at it.
Yeah, huh?
Well, we want to make it grow again.
Oh, it's pretty dead, yeah.
It is, and it has been for years untold, and will be for the rest of ever unless something is done to change it. We're from a lot further to the north, and when we found this tree, we couldn't just well leave it alone.
I understand. Mom tends to do stuff like that too. Sees stuff, changes stuff. You should ask her for one of her potions. She can regenerate stuff.
That does sound interesting and useful, although the requirements for this tree, for she is an old, old thing, are far, far greater. The shrines hopefully will see to its restoration, although it takes quite a lot of upkeep on our part.
Is it a dryad tree?
No, we don't know actually. Won't know until it's grown.
Anything I can do to help? I'm pretty good at casting spells.
Well, I mean, if you can bring any sacrifices to the shrines, that would be appreciated.
Ooh, what kind of sacrifices? Like chips?
Children, virgins.
And then do what? Have a parade?
She'll squint for a moment and look to one of her sisters, and she'll mutter something, and she'll shrug. Sure.
Okay.
We'll come to them at the shrines and have a tea party.
Oh, okay. Makes sense to me. You don't understand this.
I mean, I assume is Saoirse not translating back for us, so she's just being incredibly rude.
She's speaking in Druidic to this woman who is speaking in Druidic as well. She was like, "Could you please tell me stuff about this tree? We'll even do it in the secret tongue." And she's like, "Well, I suppose if it's a fellow Druid."
All right.
So it's less that she's being rude and more like this is just how to get information out of this one, or at least one chosen route.
And sharing like druidic secrets is a way to lose your druid powers. At least it was in the other editions.
It's not really covered as such in 5e, like losing your druidy powers. But teaching people druidic who aren't druids isn't a good idea.
Oh, it's just teaching people druidic. No, okay.
Yeah, well, druidic itself is a secret tongue that the land itself speaks and knows. It belongs to those who would restore it or change it. And teaching it to other people who don't speak that language will, it's just a rule that has not been broken and shouldn't be. I feel like it's a default thing that all druids just sort of feel it in their bones, like, teaching you this language wouldn't be a good idea.
Yep. Okay.
How
Well,
virgin does someone have to be? Like,
But virgin.
Like 12-year-old WoW player level of virgin.
Wow.
Wow.
Look, if you're getting laid at the age of 12, then I mean,
I think that was my favorite like proto memes for the longest time, was just like a picture of the cover of WoW and just say it's the cheapest way to and the caption just said it's the cheapest way to make sure you don't have babies.
Yeah, it's the cheapest prevention for teen pregnancy.
Greatest investment you'll make if you want to be a wizard.
But I don't know if you've seen how expensive it is, though. So it is no longer the cheapest way to avoid pregnancy.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Well, if I see any, I'll let them know about the tea parties at the shrines.
That would be very appreciated.
Yeah.
And then I'll swap back to common to the rest of you. So where is it that you hail from?
Up at the castle. And Astra will point back towards the Jarl's place.
One of the other sisters will speak up. Do you mean the Jarl's home?
Yeah.
We've been meaning to speak to this Jarl and see to his requirements. We would like to set up our own circle in this area, hopefully when the tree grows.
Oh, well, I bet I could get you a meeting.
Is that
Astra will just
so?
grin. Uh-huh.
They'll squint. Oh, are you a werewolf yourself?
No.
They'll peek at the ears. A shifter?
No. I'm a Hellhound.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm the Jarl's daughter.
Oh my. Are you a virgin by any chance? Just asking.
Asher will just put her
Asher will
hand
just
on
start
Cynthia's and
laughing.
say, not anymore.
Oh, okay. She looks a little bit disappointed. Well, we've never yet met hellhounds, actually.
Well, now you've met two of us.
Ah, you both are. Interesting. Are you also a daughter of the Isles? Very interesting that you two would couple.
No.
Oh,
Hamina,
okay.
Hamina? Hamina? Hummus? Oh god, I could go for some hummus.
Say, what did you, something in that wine? Yeah?
Oh, yes, we have plenty of that wine if you would like.
No.
They'll pour out more.
I don't need more. No. Is there something
You
in it? Yes.
Oh, why, yes. I mean, we make it ourselves. It is... Ooh, how best to put it?
Really yummy?
It is very bacchanal.
I don't know what that word means.
Hey! You come from the far, far north, right?
That's correct, yes.
Isn't that where you come from, Anna?
What?
You come from the really far north.
Yeah.
Beyond the trees, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you huck ice at people. That's what Mom said. Right? That's what people in North do, right?
The
We
satyrs will
We
look
dig
between
ice
each
out
other.
of the lakes, yeah? And then bring it down here for the summer times.
And they also play
Oh.
hockey on the ice.
That's
Goddamn
a
Listen
lot
to
Canadians.
rush and shovel snow.
that's a lot less fun than I thought you guys did. Aw.
It's a lot of hard work.
Okay. So, if you're all from the north, that doesn't mean that you're all friends?
Sirsha,
What?
it's... Are you friends with everyone in the Jarl's Keep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially the dogs. And all the horses. And all the guards. And all the maids.
Yeah, this is all factually accurate, yeah. The druids will look between each other and shrug. Well, us druids tend to be very singular folk. Unless, we happen to need others for rituals, that sort of thing.
No, I don't know these people.
Well, I'm a druid, and I hang out with a lot of people.
Yes, we have noticed that there are distinctions between ourselves and druids within this land. You don't keep to the old ways, such as it were.
I keep to the ways of the Fey Pats.
The Fae themselves are capricious in nature and hard to track. We ourselves are of Fae blood, but we are, as she points out to herself, more standard, I suppose. There are many more of us of our specific type, although we are undoubtedly Fae.
Well, you say the old faiths, but I follow the Fey Pads, which are, as according to the memories imparted to me, ancient as all get out.
This is true, but things of those times are still subject to change. Such as it were, the Eldways themselves are the oldest of the rituals. They are the ones that don't change. They do not shift, such as it were. Say you were to call down lightning, and she will indicate like this sleetish weather upon it. How would you do so?
I'd take command of the storm.
Very true. But do you need to enforce like a ritual, a casting spell, actions that you perform?
I do so through the power of my wand, which links me to the Feywild, which links me to the storm.
Yes, I see. To us, the guidance, our link to the circles, to nature itself, is through the more primal force of blood itself. So if I were to call down lightning, she says very pointedly, I would cut my palm. Admittedly, I don't want to, of course, do that right now. And as each blood droplet touches the ground, such would a bolt. And she pointedly animates
Does
with
it
her
have
hands,
to be the palm?
gesticulates. Well, the
Meh.
palm is the easiest place to make it drip, of course. It would be inconvenient if I had to, give myself a nosebleed and lean forwards. It also doesn't look very druidic.
Man, mortals have really weird ways of casting spells.
You offend me. We are not mortals. We're satyrs.
Squint. Oh well, nothing in the memories granted to me ever talked about using blood. It talked about using ancient dreams.
It's certainly an interesting way of doing things. Are there any rituals at all that the druids of this land perform? It seems also very less interesting, I suppose. The rituals are always great. The wine flows freely. The bedding is made. Dances. The sacrifices. It's all very much part of the whole ordeal.
Are they talking
I
in common or
will-
druid now?
This is in common.
Okay. What do you mean sacrifices?
She blinks,
Sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Yes, a link to the old ways, the primal spirits of the land, is done through blood.
So just like cutting your palm, right? Not like, you know.
Well, I mean, that's how one would cast spells of the everyday form.
But
say
not
you
like,
wanted to
you
perform
know,
acts of...
putting
Not
virgins
falling.
on an altar and like slitting their
Oh, well,
throats.
quite specifically that kind of thing when it comes to large-scale rituals.
Blink.
Huh.
She looks...
Oh. Do I know anything about that kind of? Because I am bound to like. Well, there are not really courts here, but I am bound to like the gloaming, not to more physical, I guess.
Yeah, give me a nature check. As with advantage, you are literally a druid, and they're speaking of druidic works and magic.
Aw, hang on. Maybe I can get to a 15. I cannot get to a 15.
Okay. I mean, when you look at them as one would look at another druid, like, there is undoubtedly something more primal about their connection to the circles, to magic and to nature. Like, for yourself, if you were to imagine your route to the Fae as being like a tunnel lined with glitter, theirs would be like a pathway laid deep with roots that go down far into the earth.
So, like a thorny path.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
that's probably how you see them when you just try to judge a scale of it. And you do also get an image of just how old these satyrs are, and undoubtedly they far outstrip the ages of yourself and all of your companions put together. Admittedly, 3 of your companions are tieflings, and you were also a fae and born quite recently, so it's not saying much as far as age is concerned. All put together, you don't equal one old person, frankly.
Yeah.
It's true, we don't.
We're baboos.
Well,
Is the oldest person
I
here.
will.
Xana, yes.
I will best try to describe my connection to the druidic. Theirs seems to be more like earthy and visceral, while mine's more like moonlight, shadow, and the gloaming.
The satyr will nod sagely and take a sip from her jug of wine. Yes, that is very much so. It seems so terribly dull and lacking.
These traditions, as far as I know, are incredibly ancient and steeped in my people.
That's correct, yes.
I've never found it lacking. I always found it beautiful in a way.
I'm sure that it is. I suppose it's something to be experienced. Perhaps you would like to join us for a ritual.
Well, I eventually have to get back. I might do so, though. It seems sad your way, though. You will never be able to walk the hidden paths.
This is true, but we are able to travel the deeper grounds. Just as one can see a star-filled night as something beautiful, a cavern lined with luminous mushrooms, filled with the haze of drug and fun. Lustrous and bacchanal in all of its glory.
She meant literally the hidden paths that Fae used to traverse the world.
Yeah, no, and she's speaking of a different one that primal droids used to traverse.
Okay, okay. So
Say you wanted to like as a high level druid jump from tree to tree through magic. Yours would be like a morphic motion that happens. To them, it would be like plunging into the tree and then traveling very quickly underground into the roots of the next one and popping out.
I don't even have to go through trees. I just follow the magical Fae pathways because fairies are nuts.
It's true, yeah.
So when did they want to do another ritual?
Well, there should be a full moon in a few days hence. We can certainly do a ritual then.
I would love to observe.
That would be most wonderful.
And sometime you should be around for a fairy ritual, if I could ever find a bunch more of my sisters to do a ritual for. I haven't seen my sisters in a while, but then again I haven't been to the
awakening of the tree. And she will indicate the tree. Hopefully an awakening of the tree will resolve that. It should naturally bring Fae to gravitate about its birth. And she'll like indicate one of the like withered stems that are on the ground. They tend to sprout from the tree and then just drop to the ground. These do seem to quite potently attract, at least in small doses, minor Fae. Imagine when this tree would be great and in bloom. Why, there could be greater Fae, court witches, dryads, who knows? It's very exciting.
I would very much like to see that. All the Fae I've ever met are much smaller than me, but apparently there was one much larger. She was with my mom, apparently.
I see. So you are the result of a greater Fae, trysting with a mortal?
Yes.
How delightful. She'll clap her hands.
At least that's what little memories I was given when I was born.
Sure. Since so many of you stayed sober to absorb this conversation, one of the other sisters will reach into her bag. She pulls out 2 bottles, and she also pulls out a little pouch of wooden glyphs. These here will allow you to enter this grove. Well, what will eventually become a grove, right before we do the ritual in a few days hence. Otherwise, we tend to have protective magic set up to prevent such a thing. You and your companions are welcome to come. We would be honored to have the Fae gracing us when the ritual is commenced hence. And teaching a druid the wonders of the Eld Way would be quite pleasant and wonderful.
And I'd like to show you some of the beauty that can be found in the rituals that I know. You truly are missing out if you can't see the dances in between individual moonbeams.
It does sound quite interesting. We would be honored to be visited upon such a thing. But please, we have kept plenty of your time, and it seems there is a break in this abysmal weather. Viv, I believe since she's sat next to you, do you accept the bottles of Sato wine and the wooden runes?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You want Viv?
Oh.
She's sat next to Viv there.
Yeah, seeing what it did to Cynthia, yes, I will take the Bon wine.
Sato wine in this case, but yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
I mean, you all cleared goddamn 20s. It's just like, god damn it, they're just going to learn everything. But okay, fine. Here you go. You're all capable of conversation instead of some kind of hedonistic blood orgy. Whatever.
And more wood runes?
Yes, there's a bag of wooden runes. It looks like enough to fill a small pouch. According to them, it will permit you to pass through what will eventually be protections to ensure that rituals aren't disturbed by mortal folk.
Okay, then.
So out of character,
Yeah.
they said that there's going to be a bunch of Fae here when they actually do the ritual that we've been invited to, right?
No, they say that
Yeah.
once the ritual is complete and, this tree blooms to life, it should become a beacon that would attract more Fae to come back to this land.
Oh, okay.
And see if she doesn't understand the sacrifices. Also, can I make a roll to see if she can remember other mom? slash dad?
I mean, you never knew this individual, and they just, in their all their capriciousness, just forgot. You can certainly give it a go. If you give me a nat 20, I will throw a glimpse of an image at you.
Yeah, that's basically all I was asking for. Not like names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd say that'd be like wisdom and stuff like that, because it's like my casting stat and all the druidic stuff. Do you want me to use something else?
I'm leaving this more down to luck of fate. So if you roll a 20, then
Oh, okay, D20. I thought you meant
yeah. No, okay. So yeah, if you're trying to dredge through the old memory, it would appear that your mother was likely not a druid, just because by default you can't. Sorry, your other mother is a druid because you can't just bring forth this image or anything, like a buzzing at the back of your head that you can't really take hold of, and then it slips away through your fingers.
Oh well.
But yes, it would appear, since you all managed to keep your shit together and not devolve into a ridiculous orgy, they have instead invited you to come, bear witness to their wicked, awesome ritual.
So, before we leave, then, Astra's gonna say, I wasn't kidding about taking you to meet the Jarl. He'll be back, probably later today if you'd like to come back with us. That's bullshit.
Yep. Let's have a look here. Oh no, well, we couldn't. Sadly, we must continue to maintain these lands until it is time. But I do thank you for the offer, and we would be interested in meeting him. After this grove's growth, perhaps. Getting recognized in new lands and having protection for a circle would be very appreciated, of course.
Sure. Well, then I guess we should be on our way.
She'll nod and smile. I hope that you enjoy yourselves. Time's blessing upon your feet, and may the weather stay clear for your return. A strong, sexy comeback, that's right.
Alright. So,
Excellent. Alright.
Skip away. Whee.
By the time you all trudge home, it will have become evening.
Ariane!
Yes, she will sort of head upstairs and come to the door. Yeah. Yes, Astra? What is it?
We met some druids out in the woods, and they say that they're gonna murder some people and make a giant tree grow. And Dad's not here. And what do we do? Can I borrow some footmen? I want to borrow some Vikings.
She'll blink slowly, and then look to the other party for corroboration.
Yeah.
We met some people that were part of the Old Faith, and at first I thought they were talking about snacks, and then they were talking about sacrificing people, and well, at first I thought it was kind of a joke, but then they seemed really serious about it, and they also don't like the way I do druidic magic, which makes me sad.
Yeah, and they made Saoirse sad.
Well, yes, that is very terrible. But there's a point she'll pause and sniff and then look at Cynthia. Are you quite all right?
I think they poisoned her.
No, not poison. Though, yeah. Soon private rooms, yes.
Okay. Right. And she'll look to Astra, unsure. Do you need some privacy?
Yeah. But then we gotta go, stop those druids from killing somebody.
Yes, I'll get together some guards.
Great. Okay. Be right back.
Yeah.
Room. Now. Smash.
Alright. I'm just gonna throw Cynthia in Astra's bedroom, then. Alright, before we smash, there must be I think at this point it's an intelligence check. Because she's been...
Alright.
She's been informed of things a little bit. Okay, never mind. Going in raw.
Awesome.
So I was gonna say it's time to go to Dad's room and steal some condoms, but no.
Yeah,
Ye
unfortunately, no
oldie
idea.
sheepskin.
No idea to use that tea. It's now. It's now. We're doing it.
Well, sorry, Mom, you're about to be a grandma.
Already.
Well, that's assuming Cynthia doesn't just like drink the tea afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, well,
But
alright.
yes, Cynthia herself is currently in heat and has literally disadvantage on fucking everything until that particular itch is scratched. And yeah, like by the time Ariane has like gotten together a few guards, they're like basically waiting for you guys to wrap it up, such as it were, and it's just fucking just non-stop.
Are we really going to try to trudge out into the woods at night in the sleet where I can't fly?
The sleet itself is starting to even itself out, but Ariane will pause. But you said there were going to be sacrifices, and we have to go and stop it.
Oh yeah.
Well, they didn't have anyone there at the time.
She'll pause and look to her guards. I do wish you would all fill me in with a little bit more clarity.
No, we should go now.
She sighs and, like, we'll dismiss them while they're all busy smashing.
You just hear Asher, no, we should go now. I just give me a minute.
But there's also all of the blindos.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who were actually just humans, and you're about to go out in the dark
Oh,
and
yeah,
fight
okay.
druids
We should-
next to an ancient tree.
We should go. I mean, someone can cast light.
It's true. AKA Bullseye. They could cast Bullseye.
I mean,
They could
yeah.
cast target practice on themselves.
Look, everybody's blind past 60 feet in the dark, so it's fine.
Also, they're from like the far north where apparently this was allowed, so maybe, inviting them to keep and talking to them first rather than just like running up and killing them.
We tried that, and they said no.
They did, in fact, say they were going to be busy keep maintaining all of their little shrines and keeping an eye on the area until it was time for the big ritual in a few days hence.
Well, at the very least, we can get someone with like a lot of influence, and we don't just, roll over their stuff and start stabbing. It's so nice to do to druids, I think.
We have the Jarl's niece and daughter, that's fine.
You're not here, voice in my head.
Ash is just yelling out the window into the, like, assembly area from her bedroom.
Oh, please, you don't have breath. Yeah, no, there it's very unlikely you would be able to do any hearing over the commotion that is being occurred. She is so wet you're able to not and keep going. Like,
it's just gonna make a con save. Nope, alright, I'm dead.
yeah, all right, so yeah, like quite literally, like she is such a moist pepper that it doesn't even matter when you're not. You're able to just keep on fucking pounding away.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful.
Lid.
Yeah. When it can still continues, it's like Aaron is just like, they've temporarily dismissed the guards to inform them that they will get some people together in preparation and indeed prepare a little bit better for going to possibly interrupt very old
Maybe in the
ancient
morning.
druids, satyrs. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they will, yeah, fuck it. I mean, let's see some D100s rolled, and also I want to see if Cynthia, in her fucking state, remembers to tee it up.
Oh no.
What kind of save should I make to remember to do the T wisdom save?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god, I'm falling into the trap again. Not again.
No, it's okay. You it's something that your character has made it actually clear that you regularly drink. You're not gonna really forget. It's just really fun to fuck with you guys.
Hey, your issue the first time was. Your issue the first time is you were getting on with like regular people.
This
Should
is
have
true.
a chieftain
This is true.
kiddo or a fairy kiddo.
Good shit. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, the Hellborks are able to get some fucking smash on, and it goes, so it would seem, pretty fucking well for you. Yeah, no. Ariane has dismissed the guards and just sort of let you know that she'll see to preparation for some kind of druid dealings and accompany you in the morning to go and speak to these Eld satyrs. It's interesting, you guys have never yet made satyrs. I'm going to have to put their stat block in the Races of the Cold North. They get fun things, like literally produce satyr wine. I shit thee not, that's a racial that they have. Produce satyr wine.
Yeah, we're gonna have to learn how to make that wine.
All right.
See, if you kill
someone
the
other-
satyrs, then you're going to lose the power to produce satyr wine, guys.
I don't want to kill the satyrs.
I just want to capture them and or stop them from, murdering babies. Also, how many ranks of exhaustion do I get for dehydrating myself into the fucking heat pupper?
Well, I mean, quite a lot, but presumably you're going to go until it's time for you to sleep anyway, so it's kind of negligible. Like, you might have to, like, crawl out of the room to, like, fetch food and drink, bring back food and drink, and then go do a collapse afterwards.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, that is nice.
Oh, very cool.
It's just. I mean, what else am I going to do when I'm having to listen to this?
It's true. It's a great inspiration. You're really,
Very
really,
strong
really
inspiration.
capturing that moment.
I rolled a 22 on it. Too.
It is. Of course you fucking did.
Of course I
It's you doing a pointless roll, which means you're going to do it at savant levels. And it's just going to be incredible. Like, it's just, you capture those come hither eyes perfectly.
Maybe I'll give this to Astra. They seem to be very good friends.
Thump, 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 thump.
Oh, whoa. So the next morning comes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amidst a lot of coming.
Give me a second to go and fetch a drink quickly. Be right back.
Alright.
Are we really gonna go and fight the druids?
I mean, we
I
still
mean,
have
we
downtime left.
We could try and talk them out of doing sacrifices. Probably not.
You virgin blood sacrifice.
Saoirse just really has never been able to really meet other druids, so she doesn't want to hurt them.
I don't want to hurt them either, but, like, I don't want to murder babies either, so...
But I
Exactly.
also looked it up, and like the circle of the Feywild that she's in, even if she's chaotic fairy and mom's a mad scientist that doesn't have a grasp on morality, Circle of Dreams are generally aligned with good Fey.
Yeah.
And like decent people, and
Yep.
she doesn't want to see people murdered.
Yeah, baby murdering's a no-go.
Mm-hmm. Because at first she thought it was just you're gonna send like butt virgins and children to go and have tea parties with satyrs. Hey, they never specified what kind of virgin.
It's true.
Oh, God.
I'm chaotic neutral. I don't want to see innocent death.
What?
You just want to see whatever you want to see.
Exactly, and that's not. what I
That's one of my favorite versions of chaotic neutral is literally just entirely a slave to your own whims, as opposed to I'm a crazy person, blah, 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 which is a shitty interpretation of chaotic neutral.
Mhm.
Well, I play I'm a crazy person, her blur blur blur.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but you're good at it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's people like my character's chaotic neutral, time to be a fucking schizophrenic psychopath.
Hey, I'm a
What's that?
schizophrenic psychopath.
Well, no, okay, different, but it's like you don't like burn down the tavern because that voice in your head just suddenly said, "Hey, you know what? Burn down the tavern." You'd be like, "All right, then, no questions asked." You mean alcohol-free drinks?
I mean,
yeah,
you're right.
virgin
I-
sacrifices.
It's the same problem with chaotic evil characters.
Yeah.
Like if you play them just the wrong way.
I'll
Don't
have
play
you know,
them
I
as
didn't-
just a bunch of psychos.
Yeah, well, I
Oh.
play Chaotic Evil as they live by their own whims still, except their whims are all really shitty person whims.
But that's like chaotic in general. It's like you play by your whims.
I'll
Yeah.
have you know that in the first episode of this, I did not burn down a tavern. I may have spilled a bunch of acid, but acid is not burning.
It's true, you only ruined a table, but like there was certainly a lot of shit on fire during Sarmond.
Yeah, well, maybe don't, raise undead.
It's true,
See, that's what I've been trying to tell my mother, but
you know.
Hey, Jeanette just thinks it's woefully unsanitary.
It's true.
If you're going to raise the dead, then you might as well get the blood pumping again.
Or, go with skeletons.
Oh yeah, or skeleton.
Nice, clean skeletons.
Don't forget to place them in the wheels as well. Gotta have that wheel.
Bone wheels!
Buenos dias, fuckboys.
Those bone wheels are great.
But they're terrible in Dark Souls.
I just had an idea. Hold on, gotta go into the 70 roll 20 here.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Is it the return of the bone wheel?
Are
Maybe.
you going to give me your updated bone wheel stat block for higher CR?
Maybe.
Nice.
Oh no. It's a bone wheel brigade.
I do have a bone wheel stat block. Yes.
It's true. I mean, it originally started as my bone wheel stat block. And then
I mean, I had a bone wheel
I
stat block at the
realized-
time.
Sure you did.
I realized the other day that fucking goddamn Blood Hunter would be a really good class for what this game is.
Yeah,
Because this
Oh,
game
yeah.
is basically Bloodborne and Dark Souls had a baby.
yeah, a Viking baby. I
my
mean,
God,
if anyone
Tosh,
had been
shut
like,
up.
"Hey, I would like to be a blood hunter," I'd have probably said, "Yeah, sure, fuck yeah, go for it."
But then I'd have to give Matthew Mercer my sweet, sweet money.
You have to give him a hand job. I don't know.
I mean,
He's a pretty man.
nothing about this is untrue.
Yeah, it's true. The bone wheel is still traveling across the plains in 7D land.
Anyway,
One day it'll stop.
One day.
No, never.
one day it will
Nice.
get caught on the terrain and be unable to progress.
It
It will be a very sad skeleton.
And then he will, and then in this moment of sadness, Rock Friend will pick him up and push him forwards with a stick.
Aw.
He'll just grind a tunnel out of the mountain or whatever.
Enough spinning and determination will get you through. But yes, morning does indeed arise. And I'm going to level with you. When you guys go to that tree to find them, they aren't there.
Obviously.
The shrines are still around this tree in the area. Do you do anything to those?
The shrines?
I
feel
have
that's
an
not a
idea.
Smart idea.
I have a terrible idea, guys.
What would
What
that
is
be?
it?
Ariane, could you just stay here at the shrine for a few minutes? We'll just be over here in the bushes. And when the
What do
druids
you-
come to murder you, then we'll jump them.
She'll pause.
Um,
I'm
Not a virgin?
yeah.
And/or
We
girlfriend?
need Henry.
Oh my god, no! She did not bang Henry.
No. No.
No, she did not
No.
bang Henry.
There were so many hunky footmen, boys.
Chill truck. Hey, look, we all have our fun.
Finger guns.
Hey, you know it. No blame here.
I'm not. Is Jeanette even here? She's still crouching in the basement.
I mean, if you
basement
wanted to be
doing
called
stuff.
to come for this thing, it certainly sounds like an arrangement that would be wanted.
Yeah, but I also don't want to make this downtime last another day.
This is true. Presumably your character would be like, willing to go and help even though it adds an extra day. But trust me when I say you're not going to be out there long enough that it's going to buy you an extra day.
Yeah, you know
Because,
what?
when you get to the tree, they aren't there.
I'm just going to send Tam.
Fair. All right, then. So you have the task assistant's mechanoid with you. Yeah, she'll look through her guards and ask if any of them are virgins. And then there's one guard who was pushed down. He's like, this is hardly... fucking fine, whatever. Sure, you want me to stand here?
Yes. Well, I mean, not just stand. We're gonna have to make it look like we delivered you here.
Awesome. What does that mean?
Astra
Ropes?
takes out the kinky handcuffs.
Oh my, where'd you get those? We're gonna have to use those later on.
He'll strip off his gauntlets and be like, this is very not... I don't like this. Just so you're aware, I want to make this very clear. And he'll look to Ariane pointedly. I'm not a fan of this.
It's okay. I'll just put the handcuffs on so that they're, you know, nice and loose so he can pop out. Then I'll hide his weapon like underneath the altar where no one will see it. And
Sure.
then yeah, skip off into the brush.
All right then. There isn't really any open like any place to hide around here though. Like the kind of you're out on like the snowy, slushy plains. It's kind of a cold and miserable clearing. Let's see here.
Is there snow on the ground?
Yes, it's unpleasant and slushy, but there is snow.
All right, everybody, hide in the snow.
Hold on, can I perception see if we can find like a better kind of hiding spot that's close by or
I
something like
am-
that?
I'm going to tell you that that was the best idea that could have been given. There is nowhere else for cover. Then when that said, the rest of the gods like, oh, for fuck's sake! And now the one who has to be bait suddenly looks a lot happier to be bait.
You don't have to hide under the slush. All right, so yeah, we'll just crawl under the snow and
Oh no!
Oh, Viv.
what did
You
you
just got that giant badonka.
Yeah,
just
your
got
ass
the
is going to be
badonka-dunk
sticking
stunk
out of
the-
that snow.
I will turn into a snow fox and
I'd-
just curl up in the snow.
I'd like to suggest that this be a group stealth check and not.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's how what we're doing. Like certain amount of passive mean that like
yeah.
we have a decent thing.
All right. Sure, I'll just raw dog it. It's fine. Yeah, Astra's fine.
Hang on. Let me find this. Oh, there are no stats for this. I turn into a stealthy snow creature. There's no snow fox. Or fox.
You should just turn into a spider so it doesn't matter if they see you or not.
I'm going to turn into a spider. It's gonna be
Sure.
great.
You're going to need to hide somewhere a little bit warm because you're a spider in like the sleety, slushy
Oh,
snow.
right.
Just hide on the altar.
That is true.
Or make a nest in
Everybody
like a
hide in the
tree on
igloo.
next to it.
Yes. Okay then. Let's see here. Suspicious and for stealth check. Ooh. How does Tam hide?
In a bag.
There is no Jeanette along with you to hide a Tam in a
Oh,
bag.
why did... What?
She sent Tam so that she could keep on working on stuff.
Oh, God. Just...
I
Go
didn't
away,
know
Tam.
it would require hide checks.
I will literally
Doesn't
just...
Tam have an okay stealth since he's a wolf stat block?
Yeah, he's a direwolf. He's
Oh,
got a pretty
okay.
good stealth.
It's actually
He's
fine.
probably alright
He's-
then.
And
His
he's not
stealth
going to have to
was
make con
fine.
saves against this freezing fucking cold. So honestly, if you make the stealth check, he can bury himself like way deeper than everyone else.
Okay. Now that you said that, I'm not gonna pass.
Don't suppose I
know.
could substitute a stealth for
Thanks,
a survival
Scow.
check.
You cannot substitute stealth for survival, I'm afraid.
Just had to speak up, didn't you?
Come on, you got to get a success.
I already did.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting on Kina to.
I can
to-
get
Someone guidance
Squiggles to
Kina.
help me. Squiggles will help me. She has +6 stealth. She's very
Squiggles herself is
sneaky.
very good at being sneaky.
I can't
So she
guidance.
will
I'm a
assist me.
spider.
Oh,
Oh my
Hannah.
god, you fucking did it. Okay, so you passed by the fucking skin of your teeth. You get 3 successes out of 5. Oh.
And this is why group checks are a thing.
Yep.
Because
All
half
right.
the party will always be fucking terrible and just fuck it up for everybody else.
Okay,
yeah,
and
push
now
his
everyone
butt
who
down.
is everyone who doesn't have some kind of immunity to the cold, please make for me a Constitution save.
Does being
Ariana-
fluffy count as protection from the cold?
There, do you have the racial feature that makes you extra fluffy? Because if
No,
not,
I'm
then
just moderately fluffy.
no, afraid not. Indeed, you just get sleet caught up in your floof.
Oh no.
Does that count?
The panties of warmth are not going to protect you from full body exposure.
Oh,
Okay.
Alright, so what do you want? Con save or
Yes, please.
yes.
it's better than my last one?
Oh no, this is a terrible plan. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh no.
Quick, all together for warmth.
Wow.
Okay, so
Enjoy your
so-
exhaustion, everybody.
Yeah, okay, so everyone, gets under the snow and initiates stealth operations. Gonna get a con for Anna as well, unless she has cold immunity. Or
I don't have cold
resist, I
immunity, but
forget.
you have have gone on record saying.
Oh,
Anna's
that's
very
right. You are
adapted to the
from
cold.
you are actually from the greater end of the trees, and even the cold of this slush does not compare to the fucking ice level of exposure out there in the fissures. So, you all get into your hiding places. There are also guards. Ariana, of course, goes full balk before she clambers into the snow as well. Turns herself into a little snow mound. And then you wait. How long are you willing to wait?
Until we get ready to start getting frostbite.
Okay, then. You probably last about 30 minutes at best.
Oh no.
And even like by this point, Anna, if you want to continue staying, you'll have to make a con save. Like 30 minutes buried in the sleet that's not good time.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. For those aware, the fucking DC was 14, so it was really funny to watch those close ass fails. Yeah, I know, right?
We're great at D&D, guys. It's fine.
You're awesome at it. And the guard will pause and look at you all and go, I don't think anyone's coming. You might want to, you all okay? He starts to look kind of concerned that you've all been buried in the sleep for half an hour. He's just sat there with no gauntlets on, trying to rub his hands to keep them warm while they're bound
Wait,
up.
then why did I have to make a save? I wasn't buried in sleet.
I said everyone who needed to get, fucking the you didn't have to. You're fine. I mean, you're a
Okay,
cold
then.
spoder, but you're okay. I don't know why you made one.
All right. Yep. Too cold.
Yeah, the sort of
Dropping
guy's
down the snow
looking
mound.
over his shoulder at the little spoder going, I think they might be onto us.
I will make a spoder wave. I will also turn back into a fairy, and I am very cold, and I'm going to produce flame and just hold it in front of me.
Yeah,
Cold.
he'll hold his hands up to it as
Cold.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone
Everyone
else.
just unburies and goes to the fire and just...
Okay, so yeah, you all unbury yourselves and form a group. Ariana will shift up to hybrid form and look disappointed. I'm afraid that was a bust, and even I'm feeling quite cold after all of that. I recommend we get back and find some fires before we all get very sick.
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes,
go have
yes.
hot cocoa now. Lots and lots of hot cocoa.
So yeah, Jeanette, you've been working your warm workshop. You just gotta sort of wipe your
it's
brow,
been-
you know what? This thing is working. This is working quite nice. This bustier is looking great. And then you hear footsteps thudding, a lot of grumbling and complaints.
I go back to my sewing.
You'll have to
I've been
warm up
having
first.
a great week, guys. I've been
Yeah.
enchanting for 2 weeks straight. I'm in my groove, right next to the fire.
Yeah, everyone else is just fuck, cold. And now that everyone who failed their con saves, can you please make me another one to see if you got sick from, lying down in the sleep for half an hour waiting for
Oh,
nothing?
no.
Viv is a cold.
Oh no, we
Everyone
all have a
gets sick.
cold!
Oh, come on, the fucking DC's just 10 for this one. You poor bastards.
Oh no.
Oh, only 10. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so you will get colds. You're going to have disadvantage on further con saves that you have to make in the future until you recover. You get a chance at recovering every 2 days.
Dad's
Oh,
gonna be so
no,
mad
dude.
at me.
In 2 days is a full moon. You're all gonna have a cold while they sacrifice someone.
No, you'll get to do a check before then. So you might not have a cold before the attempted sacrifice prevention with the rest of your party. But also you've got this alchemist who will be able to help you do things like pass these kinds of tests, and a healer who will be coming home. A
I
white
am
witch.
a healer. How
Yeah,
dare
yeah.
you?
Sorry, well, I mean, you'll have a white witch coming back, and if there's anything they know how to cure, it's pregnancies, cockwarts, and colds.
Factually accurate. Thyri has seen many warty dicks, and it's just the worst thing ever.
Yeah, so yeah, there'll be plenty of warm drinks and stew produced. Ariana spends like a lot more time in full like just fucking wolf form, warming up by the fire and sleeping there before like shifting back up so that she can do like
Can I cuddle
paperwork
with
and things.
Arian?
Yeah, sure.
Yay.
Yep, you can squidge in some space. Oh goodness, but yeah, so you all have a pretty fucking just righteously unpleasant time of having a shitty cold. But eventually, guys, I'm relieved to inform you that you reached the end of downtime. Thyri, you have a fucking wonderful time on the lake. Is there anything that you try to accomplish during this romantic week, this honeymoon?
Just relax.
Sure.
Although I do have a question. What month is it right now?
I never built up standardized months. You're like 2/3. No, you're a third of the way into spring.
Okay, and you said tiefling pregnancies last like a month or 3 months? What was it?
Gotta double check.
Like, I think it's grow up over the course of 3 months, and then it's a month pregnancy, right?
Yes, correct. So you spend a month pregnant, and then it takes them a few months to become. Let's see here. Oh no, they become young teens in 3 weeks, not 3 months. But you're in tum tum for a couple months.
Okay, so it's like 3 months pregnancy and then 3 weeks growing up. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
So let's see. It's spring, July. So 3 months from now would be like the middle of summer?
3 months from now would be like the start of summer.
Okay, yeah, no. Then I'm alright.
Yeah. Are you drinking latte?
Yes, I am. I am.
Yeah. Okay. You're not gonna get balked up in prime adventuring time.
No, that's the opposite of what they wants. She might like at some point mention to the Jarl like, oh yeah, maybe next winter I'll stop taking the tea if you want. We can just have more porklings.
Yeah. He's okay with seeing his progeny spread.
Yes, good. Because so is Thyri now that she's not a single mother anymore.
But yeah. But you get to arrive back. The Thyri and the Jarl are practically glowing with what happens when you spend an entire week out in the middle of a warm lake fucking eating and just generally relaxing.
And then I kick open the basement door. Good news, everyone!
And just like a room full of sick guards and kids just look up at you and just drooling snot all over themselves.
Oh my!
And Viv.
And also Viv. Meanwhile, Anna's just skipping around.
I
It's
think
just
I will
fine.
take this opportunity to try and cheer up the sickies that are Astra and Cynthia by presenting them with the Cynthia bust.
Ooh.
Oh my.
It's fucking
Really
loot.
captured everything about me.
And you know what?
It's pretty nice.
Alright, I got a 24 to start medicining people.
All
My
right.
God.
You're all able to make an advantaged con save against this shitty sniffles that you've got.
Alright, I believe in you, Astra.
Viv is cured of her cold. Astra is cured of her
Aw.
cold. Cynthia is not.
No!
Oh no.
The DC was 10!
Yep,
And I have 0 into it.
it's true.
So it's a 50-50 crap shot.
Well, I mean, it's better than that because it's advantaged.
2 50-50 crap shots.
Yes. Come on. You roll those all the time in Blood Bowl. Believe. But yeah.
Anyway,
awesome.
Bustier.
Yes, so yes. You get your bustier. Astra, although you're feeling a bit groggy and in need of a little bit more soup, you're feeling a lot better. Cynthia, this rotten cold just won't shift. In the next 2 days' time, you get to make the save again, and the DC is a whopping 8. So, I mean, the DC does go down until you either just reduce it to 0, so you
Or it
just
goes away
get
on its
better.
own.
Yeah, exactly. That's it going away on its own. Very nice. Yes, you have your magical bustier. let's see here. What was it you were trying to replicate with it as far as powers were concerned again?
Mage armor mostly.
Right. Let's have a look here. And what were all of the ingredients that went into it? I'm sure that I had you
I
make a
marked
list
it
of
down.
that. Yep. Let's see here. How much was put into it? Let's see the list. One drake wing membrane, 5 scales, 2 pints of vital burning blood, and 2 small storm beast teeth. So it makes it up to. Let's see here. I need to grab that. Fucking. Where'd it go? Magic item list, and let us take it up a notch in rarity. So it makes it to rare, which is good. Okay. Filter type. Do 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 do. Okay. Do, 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 do. All right then. So it becomes a +2 piece of equipment because it is rare. It is not armor. Your AC will be able to reflect the abilities of mage armor, and it looks like it comes with a resistance.
Ooh.
So let us see here.
Please don't be fire. Please don't be fire.
I mean, fire is one of the potential ones for it, but the other potential one is related to the earth, so I assume it's going to be one physical damage type. Roll me a d3 and we'll see which physical damage type you get a resistance to. Your resistance damage type is to slashing.
Yes.
Let us see here. It will not resist critical slashing attacks, but it will resist every other type of slashing attack. Just so you're all warned.
Ah, yes. The deafening silence followed by tack attack.
There you go. That is the bustier that you have.
That's a good name.
Yep, made sense. But congratulations. I believe this is the first, like, just flat-out rare thing that you've created by your own hands. You guys have made uncommon things before.
Wow.
I believe this is your first rare. Well, I know that Thyri made an uncommon in the form of the broom, but yeah, that was your first rare. Congratulations.
I think +1 armor is rare, but
I thought I've made so much. I've made so much stuff, man. I don't remember. I'm an artificer.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, no, +1 armor itself is actually rare, but that to be fair was enchanting something as opposed to making a thing from scratch.
yeah.
I've made 2 wondrous items. I'll have you know.
Wondrous uncommon though, right?
No.
Oh, you made wondrous rare?
Yeah, but it's just part of my class, so it doesn't.
Oh well, yeah. This is your first great beast generation.
So my AC is
No.
now 13, guys.
I made a lot of stuff out of great beast parts. Like the light shining in darkness. And just a lot of stuff over the course of the campaign.
Fair enough. I lose track. You guys have made a lot of things.
What?
There we
Yeah.
go. But yes, congratulations. The Bustier now, indeed acts as mage armor, which means you have 13 plus dex.
Cool.
And yeah, Thyri, when you return, I assume that the party is going to recount the shit what you've seen here. You're welcome to try a nature or an arcana to see if you know anything about, like, eld magic druid shit and sacrifices.
Yeah.
You have
No,
no
I
fucking
don't.
idea about eld magic druid shit and sacrifices. Jeanette, likewise, you have a chance to drudge through the Book of Crazy. Eld magic,
Okay, what's going on? Help, what?
nature or arcana.
Arcana, okay. I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to pull out my big book. Is there anyone around me when I do?
Let's see here. Did you have the wherewithal to do so without people there? Because this is probably you coming up like, good news, everyone! And then you're hearing about crazy druid shit. Do you immediately go for the book?
Well, the thing is, I've never had qualms about it before. It's just that depending on what page I'm open to, people might take psychic damage if they're within like 5 feet, because that's happened before.
Let's roll a d4. If it's a 1,
Okay.
then there are a couple people who are like right next to you. No, okay. So yeah, you're at least got a bit of 5 feet distance. Like you came
25!
Nice. You came up from the basement and then pulled out the book, and they're all like in the clearing, like around the fire and stuff. Yeah, you know some stuff about eld magic, specifically akin to druids, or at least your mentor did. You want to ask me a question? Go for it.
Ask you a question about blood sacrificing druids?
Correct.
Alright, anyone got any suggestions? Because I'd probably just ask
it's
about,
a meta
like,
thing to
blood
ask
magic.
me. So yeah, you can.
I know.
Yeah.
Is there any way to conduct this ritual without sacrificing, like, humanoid lives?
Ah, that's a good thing. Saoirse can point them to a better way.
Yes, sacrificing great beasts.
Oh,
Hey,
here's
you know,
some.
I remember when I was at Maker's Rest, I had a question about great beasts that I don't think I'd answered.
Okay, sure. I guess you can ask that question now.
Which was, have there been any great beast sightings in the region?
There has been. Would you like to guess where it actually was?
In the lake.
Fuck yeah, in the lake. You guys were above one.
Oh my.
It did not bother you to the sounds of fucking, which was quite funny. But I was like, if she does anything like weird magical experimenty, then they're gonna get their honeymoon interrupted.
Oh,
You did
that
not-
lake. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, quite
Oh,
literally
wow.
where
I
you
was
guys
thinking
are
about,
having
like,
your
this lake.
I mean, he did take you to that lake, but he took you to like this half of it right here.
Ah, okay.
Like again, this is the key. This is his all of his fucking land. So yeah, he picked this nice big bit over here.
Right,
So you guys
okay.
had some peace.
So what would have happened if, or what would I have needed to do to get Great Beast to find?
If you'd decided you wanted to do like a little bit of magic experimenting in your off time, like, you know, just literally bring bits and pieces and start doing Eldritch works, there would have been some Arcanus Interruptus.
Well, I'm glad Thyri has no ambition and also no money.
Yep.
So we would have to capture a great beast and drag it back here and then kill it.
It is not an impossible thing to do, and it is the morning of this full moon day, so you have until night
Okay, let's march
to
down
go
to the
great
lake.
beast fishing.
We will, you know what? Let's take the guards who aren't sick, load them up with like Becta Corbins or something, you know, big fucking pole arms with spikes on the end, and we will just
yeah, they've got.
beat the shit out of this great beast and drag its ass into the woods to sacrifice.
Is this like an aquatic one?
Yes, it is.
I wonder if I could attract a great beast with some magic mumbo jumbo.
You better believe you can.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
You would be like the
Yeah, yeah. You are absolutely the kind of thing that it would be interested in sacrificing on itself. You could be your own little self-delicious Anna sacrifice. Like going on the lake and basically just being there and being Anna, I think is actually high enough up the arcane weirdness spectrum to start summoning great beasts. Because that one is sensitive to it. Again, literally, none of you have tried to do magic like in the middle of that lake. The closest you did was like fighting goblins on the riverside at one point.
Let us go hunt that white whale then.
Okay.
So yeah, you can get the party together and try and dredge up a great beast. But I believe that'll be in the next episode.
No.
I know, right? I need to do a bit of prep for it, I'm afraid. And
Yeah,
also,
I
I know that
bet.
we've got Warhammer Fantasy Character Gen in like a bunch of hours, and I'm sure Stray would like a nap before that.
Yes. I
Oh
am so
my
excited
God,
about
yes.
Warhammer. Oh man.
Uh-huh.
It starts in like 4 hours, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you got
go
time for
to
a nap.
bed. I'm going to bed
Yeah.
right now, in fact. Goodbye!
Alright, then.
Right before I told him that Saoirse gained a level, because guess what? Your Lobby characters went to go off and do adventurer shit themselves without like a fucking net. You essentially like I award things for like getting through an encounter, and you actually resolved it social style, but you still get that experience.
Sweet Jesus. Alright. So, I'm a 5th level fighter now. I get extra attack.
Hooray!
Yeah.
And yeah, Hedra, Warhammer Fantasy with Mazendi,
And I think that's literally it.
Savin me. Well, Mazendi's the DM. Savin me, Stray. Who else is in it? I've already fucking forgot 'cause I'm a terrible person.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Pets.
DMing a game for
I
once.
think
It's
Ryan's in
amazing.
I know, right?
I already wrote it down in the sheet, the schedule sheet.
Right, yes, I could go check that, but I'm too lazy.
Can you say like the extra attack like it's that the small thing, Savin? It's a big thing for fighters.
I mean, yeah, but that's also the only thing, I should say.
Yeah, it's also a fucking suicide engine with that sword, so be careful.
Yeah, that I am aware. Alright, well, I don't even get any more spells. That's a shame. But yeah, alright. Bye, stream. See y'all later.
Yeah, see you
Peace
next
out.
time, stream.
If you're watching in the VOD or you're watching in the stream, have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time and do take care.